as I'm hearing my sister crying out for Mom. Then I gotten up to check on her too. See what she's crying about, and I'm in her room trying to calm her down by rubbing her head gently. Don't worry, I'm here. Octavia. SHH, as I said in a tone to calm her down, but I heard the door opening. And out came Dad, Stolas, and since it's rare to see him caring for my sister, Octavia. But he thought I'm trying to calm her down and to try to not get myself in trouble, and he probably thinks I'm the one who did it. And since I look more of Mom Stella, I have white hair that ends in a feather like tips like more of Stella but ashy for some reason, and I have white pupils like my sister and have more of a pink instead of a red eyes. I have line-like patterns on my arms and legs and on my back and ends up to my neck, and the color is light cyan. It almost matches with my contour feathers. So it's harder to see since my contour feathers are white like my mom's, Stella. And he bit his voice enough to me to get out, because he thought I did it and made her cry. Then I walked out of Octavia's room like father said. As I entered my room I grabbed a suitcase. Because now I have a reason to go, and since I've been waiting for this for a while. Now, my stuff I have is already in the suitcase. As I'm quietly getting through my window I accidentally fell and landed on a tree and then the ground with my back. Two noticeable scars on my back and small bruises, and I gotten back up and biting on my handle to my suitcase to not yell in pain from the two slightly opened wounds on my shoulder blades, and I started to walk from there, and as I'm by the gate I gotten over it and after the electrical shocks from the metal gate, and I grab my suitcase and I'm running with all my strength I have in my little legs, and after running with all of my stamina in the rush of doing it, then I'm looking back at the house, which is small from how far I ran to this hill. See you later. Hopefully, as I said to no one in particular, as I turned my head back from the house and I'm walking down the hill from the house. After walking until it was getting brighter and brighter, I'm estimating that I walked run 100 miles to get from the house. Ha 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 ha, I'm gone. Ha ha ha, I'm going to be gone. As I smiled and then I rested on a tree. As the years went by I was living in the woods. I made a small shack on it. I've also made know on how to use somewhat of my magic. I have water and I can levitate objects, so telekinesis also, and I can turn into an owl, so animal shifting. And I have an ant, and his name is Anthony or Tony for short, and Anthony can make himself smaller 3 times his size to fit in my hair, and he can make himself bigger 3 times to 6 inches. And I've somehow made an telepathic link to Anthony, and I've have somewhat of a control over him. I don't know how, but I do to a degree, and my shack is amazing like I tell you, but you'll be jealous of it. As I'm walking from the forest to the city of Pride Ring to look at the TVs because I'm bored, and then I found a old small building and I gone in the old building. Through the window I broke in when I found this like 7 years ago, and I but Anthony down on a table. Tony, do you know why there wasn't any other demons out today? As I said to Anthony. No, Master Kaiser. As Anthony said to me. As I let out a sigh because I've told him not to call me that, but I gave up like a month ago and it's somewhat weird it. Still. Then go check for me, Tony. As I said to Anthony. Then Anthony went off to check for me. And as I'm alone I grabbed out a stick I stole from somewhere like 10 years ago. I should have gone for the bigger one, but this one should do it. That damn merchant was telling the truth that it's durable. As I put it in my hands and started to swing it in 4 repeating actions of up, down, side, side. After swinging it for a solid 4 minutes I heard Anthony said through the telepathic link with worry. Master Kaiser. It's the angels. The exterminators. As I continue to swing, and after my 500th swing I stopped because who would stop at a 494th swing? Like, come on. Then I put it on my side with it being in the paper manual to do so on my side. Tony, where are they so we can run away from them? As I said to him. 4 o'clock from where you're standing. Sir, and a half a kilometer away from us in. They are coming towards us, Master Kaiser, as Anthony said to me through the telepathic link. And then I grabbed him by wrapping my fingers around him and put him on my head, and he shrunken down so he can be in my hair. Then I gotten out of the small old building where I came from. I see a white sphere thingy in front of me. And I grabbed it and used it to help me to get up and walking towards the angels, and seeing them for the first time is lovely. Am I into them? No, ain't no way I thought of that. I mean, they are fine as hell, pun intended. As I chuckled lightly. Then fucked under the rubble I'm hiding from their sight, because I was almost caught in their gaze. And luckily I have my hair in a bun and had a dark hat to cover it. Then I conveniently found a mask besides me. Then I looked at where it flew from, and I saw it was my favorite store that got crumbled, the mask and hide store. Then I put on the mask. The mask was a dark blue. It had an button to put my face as an LED face mask like them humans say, and I obviously picked no die, as I immediately ducked to dodge the angel piercing attack it was about to do to my back. And since I was found out, I turned on the feature. Whoa, 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 I'm just new here, as it was partially true because of known 3 locations, the TVs, the small old building, and this store. Then I blocked her swing from the sound of her voice. It was a female, with the white spear weapon I found. Then as she was stunned, I taken advantage to open my palm, and water came out of it. Then I swept her legs, and it was a failed move because I had to jump away from her because of the new angel was trying to pierce me with its attack. Stop and die, sinner, as a third one said. And I turned 180 degrees to sidestep her attack and hit her with my sword. I thought that he said that this sword can cut, as I jumped away from the third angel. Then I have to dodge their attacks by narrowly while doing so. You're too slow, Tilda, as I taunted, and I grabbed one of their spear, and as I was pulled towards her, the first angel, I rocked her feathers by punching them by accident. Sorry. As I jumped upwards and I started to run while 3 angels are following me, by them flying. Ha ha ha, you think you can run from us, sinner, as a new voice said. It was probably the second one, because I looked at them charging at me because I tripped while trying to check if there was a fourth one, but it was the second angel. Maybe, as I swing my sword in front of me while it was laying to the side of me. And they, the left and middle one, fallen down because their faces got hit by something. Then I noticed that my sword wasn't so dull anymore. It wasn't round, it was curved, and it was shiny from one side. Probably the blade from how damn sharp it was, and I used that to parry the attack from the third angel because it was at the right of the 3. Cheap trick, sinner, as she gone faster with her piercing, and I gotten faster too. Parry it with each of her piercing attack with my curved one-sided sword. Yeah, tell me a cheap trick once you stop using one attack, angel, as I was flown backwards and hit the wall, and it made a crack, and I started to glow light blue for some reason. Ha ha ha, trying to intimidate me, sinner, as the third angel said. And as I gotten up, my mask was showing, underscore Sue underscore, and I was walking towards her. Master Kaiser, run while you got the chance, as Anthony said to me through the telepathic link, and I shake my head in a disagreement. Then the angel face was in disgust and scratching through her hair, which made me confused, and then I swing my sword at her. Then the second angel, you know, the one that made me trip by making me think that there was a fourth one, blocked my swing towards the third angel. Let me be Jacob, or otherwise known as Israel, as I remembered a Bible page about a human that's named Jacob but later called Israel. And I started to punch the second angel with bare hands. Then, through some rush, I'm feeling I'm getting more exciting, and I'm punching more and more, and the angel is somewhat getting serious and blocking and pairing with her own punches. GHA, as I felt my back has been cut in. It cut open. Then I felt something warm drizzle down my back, a slash trying to cut me in half, but only achieved through giving me a small cut through my contour. Feathers from the beating I got from the demonic animals in the forest and falling down from trees and also human sinners. Then I somehow felt my shoulder blades. Felt fatigue and started to lose it. Momentum. Could I still going on, even if my blood runs out and I gotten back to punching the second angel, and dodging the third and first angel's attacks with everything I got. Come on, is this the way I'll go? I say I shouldn't, as my mask showed. Smiley face, just imagine it upright. And as I'm feeling my heart beating from danger and excitement and fear from this dangerous act I'm currently doing, I think I shall fight even after my last breaths. As I started to get my momentum to my punches back at the price of feeling my scars on my shoulder blades open back up. And the new small scar I got on my lower back. Just die, sinner, as the first and third angel said in unison, and they gone faster to try to pierce me. Eventually, two more angels came to help them, and I got in the fourth and second angel to a hand-to-hand combat while I'm narrowly dodging the first, third, and fifth angel piercing attacks. This is getting damn annoying, sinner, as I heard them five said in unison, as I'm going faster to punch them. It also made me more unstable with my balance. Shinokani, as I said while punching the second angel and fourth angel in the guts. And they flew backwards and I almost went with them, but I jumped backwards to negate the momentum to go forward. And I picked up my white spear. I have no idea what this does, but it can damage me. Then I should use it to parry their attacks. As I started to what I thought in my mind. Just stay still and die. As the first one said as she threw her spear at me. Then I was barely able to dodge it from how fast it was. It got in my to cut my left neck and it scraped my neck from the left side. I'm sorry, dearie, but I can't honor your request. As I bowed and I unintentionally dodged a spear through from the fifth angel, and the first angel was confused by what I did bow. Then I thrown my own white spear up in the air. And as they looked up to where it was going to land at, and after a solid 8 seconds of it being in the air, it landed in front of the distracted third angel. Because it was scratching, she's scratching her hair. Master, go. The angel is distracted. Go, go, master. Because you're injured, as Anthony somehow yelled through the telepathic link we have. I mean, I couldn't argue with that, as I turned around and ran off like he said. As after I ran from them like I'm at least a kilometer. Ha ha ha, that was fun, right, Tony? As I'm still lightly laughing at the experience that we both went through. After a 15 seconds of silence, I looked around for Anthony by grabbing my hat off and letting my hair go from the bun it was in. My hair went where the cut is it from the first angel cut it from. Then I shaken my head side to side and I didn't see him. Haha. Tony, this isn't funny, as I started to put my fingers through my hair to find him, but after a solid minute of doing I couldn't find him. Angles. As I let out a blood-curdling scream once I figure why the third angel was scratching her hair frantically. I'll kill you. As I said it so raw that my eye started to somewhat glow light cyan, then my eyes turned red just by thinking about it. Then I ran to the 5 and I ran into a wall and went through it by rage. Ha! As the 20 angels were in shocked while the 5, especially one of them, was about to crush something. Don't! As I yelled it, I ran through the armed 25 angels and I'm dodging their attacks while keeping my eye on something. Then they disappeared in a white light. Anthony! As I yelled out in disbelief, rage, sadness, and despair. After I walked out of the building and I saw the devastation of what these angels can do, I saw the buildings down, then I felt like I have nothing left, nothing except them three. No, I said I'm not going to go back, no matter what. After walking, I ended up at other side of the city. It was already having other demons out, and they were fighting. Why? Why after this fight? Sinners are something, as I'm grabbing my one-sided curved blade sword and the dull part of it. Then I found a diamond shaped at it, then I Tried something. As I sheathed my one-sided blade curved sword, then my mask went like katakana middle dot oh katakana middle dot, then I'm walking towards my shed to sleep this entire thing off. After an hour of walking I'm back to my shed and I transformed into my owl form. And I taken my deserved sleep.